Happy 4th of Rocktober. Welcome, welcome back. I'm Karen Peterson, certified music practitioner. This is my 6th birthday fundraiser for the Music for Healing and Transition program. I am raising money for them as I do every year. This is the program that I graduated from to become a certified music practitioner. And I do this fundraiser because it's serving patients and family and staff in healthcare. I could never be a nurse. I'm not one of those. That's just not going to happen. But if I can help nurses, that's awesome. If I can help people who, people don't want to be in the hospital. So if I can help people who are in the hospital, if I can help them just a little bit, that's awesome. So this is a job, I've been doing this since 2010. I work at Cooper and Barnabas Medical Center in Livingston, New Jersey. It's close to New York City. And I do, since the COVID pandemic, I do a lot of playing for staff. And just to be able to, I have a cart that I can put this harp in and kind of cart the harp down the hall, and people see it and they'll say like, oh, just seeing that made my blood pressure go down, or like, I'm so glad you're here. This is the best part of my day. Can you stay longer? And it's hard to talk about that without sounding like, ooh, look at how cool I am. It's more that sense of that, like, I can't do what these people do. I can't do nursing. So to be able to help, to be able to have them, to be able to facilitate them having that feeling, is wonderful. And the song I'm going to do tonight, it's the most modern song that I have in my repertoire, and it's definitely recognized by a lot of the staff. I think that it's interesting that maybe because it's so new, people kind of afterwards will make the wrong guess as to who did the song. And so I've had people say like, oh, is that Justin Bieber or was that Taylor Swift? So then I'm like, oh, cool, now you think I have Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift in my repertoire, which I do not. So the song is much enjoyed for that. On a practical matter, something that I learned in the Music for Healing and Transition program that you can listen for when I play this song is looking at pieces that you're choosing, for staff, really for patients, as kind of a component parts of their elements of music. How fast is this song? How much of the harp does it use? Like, does the melody kind of stay in one place, or does it take up a broad range of the harp? Is it rhythmic? How rhythmic is it? Is it a pounding rhythm that somebody with a headache wouldn't want to be hearing? Or is it a soothing rhythm? Is it something that has more of a minor, darker sound, or something that has more of a major, brighter sound? Does the melody, besides taking up how much of the harp does it take up, does the melody kind of jump around, or is it very close? Do the notes happen very close to each other? So these are things you can listen for as I play this. A big element of music is whether or not this is familiar. So when someone recognizes this song, the other elements of music might kind of fade away, because what they're really going to be focusing on is they're going to be singing this song in their head if they know it. So if you know it, like, you will experience that. And if you don't know this song, you'll experience it differently, because you'll be kind of more attentive to those elements of music than you will be towards recreating in your head the sound of the person singing it that you're familiar with, or potentially the music video. No, I could not make this fit on top of my head, so this is what you get. Enjoy. So that was Flowers, Miley Cyrus. This was I think the Grammy award-winning pop song from 2023, like awarded in 2024. So it's my most current piece. If you're familiar with that, then you would be potentially kind of singing that along in your head. If you weren't, or if you were kind of analyzing those elements of music, the way that I arranged this song, I do all of my own arrangements, is I played it a couple times in one part of the harp, and I played it a couple times in another part of the harp, like really low down, kind of in that middle, and jumped around in that for the chorus. And a huge thing that we're taught in the Music for Healing and Transition program is how to make kind of those decisions on the fly based on what you're creating for your patients or for your listeners if you're playing for staff. I am doing all of Rocktober. I am completely aware that this is much more of a performance setting. I'm not interacting with any of you in a way that I know what kind of like best kind of therapeutic music to provide. So I do want to talk about some of the choices that I'm making, which in this case are a little more performance-y. But making the decisions on the fly, kind of what octave am I going to play this in? Am I going to play this in that lower octave that I had towards the middle? Or am I going to play this kind of in this like vocal, normal, like kind of talking range or maybe singing range that's a little sharper and might potentially cut through the sound of hospital machines more to have it be high up rather than low down, where the machine's sound would be. So kind of where am I going to play? I did kind of the same rhythm the whole time, and it was like, you know, fast enough. It wasn't a soothing tempo, it was a faster tempo. So being able to change all of those things on the fly, being able to learn, first of all, what are those things that I can change, and then being able to learn that you can change them. Huge part of the Music for Healing and Transition program. And one thing that the current board president said was just how much she learned about music. You know, she like coming in thinking like, oh, you know, it's for healing and transition, I'm going to be learning all about healing and transition. And she was surprised and delighted by how much about music she got to learn in MHTP. So thank you to everyone who has already donated. Please consider making a donation to the Music for Healing and Transition program. There's a button here. We will eventually put all of these broadcasts onto the same fundraising page when Facebook allows me to open that up. Thank you for everyone who watched from the very beginning. No matter how many of these that I've done, and I will continue to do one every night, there is an element of speaking extemporaneously live that is, you know, a skill in and of itself, and not something that I do every day, but I will be doing it every night for Rocktober. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow night and all the rest of the nights. Peace out.